Yo, it's Nez, and I'm up in the kitchen dropping another review on y'all. And this time, what I'm going to be reviewing is the BAM, the Scrub Daddy, another as seen on TV project or product. Really, I shouldn't even say it was as seen on TV. It was more of an as seen on Shark Tank product. This is that product that the company ended up being worth $100 million, and I got it here. You know, when I seen it on Shark Tank, I didn't even see the original airing date on Shark Tank. I caught a video on YouTube, and I saw it, and I thought this was so awesome, and it's something that I really think that I definitely could use. So, you know, I went and picked up one, and you know, I got it in my normal spot, but but after purchasing it on Amazon, I realized that they had this in Walmart, Target, everywhere. So I didn't even have to wait to get it shipped to me. But you know me, you know, I just get my stuff online because it keeps me out of the stores, one, and two, I got the Prime, so and this happened to have come the next day anyway. It was free Prime next day, so it worked out anyway. So with that being said, let's just get right into this review. So this is the front of the box, bam, and there's the top of the box, America's favorite sponge. You got all the nice bright colors there, little artwork, color, Scrub Daddy. There it is in the front. There's you got a blue one in this one. You got an orange one over here, and then you got a green one there. Now the whole premise behind this is that when the water is warm, you have a nice soft spongy sponge. But then if you switch over to colder water, the sponge will get a lot firm, so it's good for scrubbing. And just feeling the material right now, it feels a little coarse, that it would probably do a good scrubbing. My thing that I'm a little nervous about is that how well is it going to hold up scrubbing? Is it going to be something, is it the type of material that it'll stay intact, or is it the type of material that will kind of rub away? Because if you know anything about existing sponges, this is my current sponge right here. This is a current sponge, similar to any sponge you could buy in a supermarket. It's spongy on one side, and then it has your scrubbing portion on the other side. But after a while scrubbing, the scrubbing portion tends to wear off. So right now, this sponge is probably on its last leg anyway, because there's no scouring pad portion. That's all dull right now. And basically, I'm just smearing soap around. So like stuff like forks and glasses and stuff like that, this will clean no problem. But then when I scrub something like a pot, this won't do that well of a job. So hopefully these sponge right here will hold up to that. So with that being said, let's get into it. Now I've left an assortment of different types of dishes and stuff over here, so that way we can get an idea on how this product actually works, including my pot from last night. I made some curry chicken. I'm gonna put that recipe up at a later date, but it has some residue around the sides that needs to be scrubbed off. Your regular sponge is not going to take it all, so that's where the whole scrubbing portion of this sponge is going to come into effect. So we're going to see how all that plays out. So let's get into it. I'm going to set this here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one out. Oh, real quick, before we even get into that, let's go around the rest of the box. I didn't even finish going around the rest of the box. This is the side right here. Just some examples and stuff of things that you can clean with it. It's as you can see, it's very versatile. You can pause it and read it yourself. Alright. Okay, on this side, more examples. Again, you can pause it and read it yourself. You got your social media contacts. You can find all this on social media there. There goes your address if you want to write them for some reason. The bottom got your barcode, and then the back got a whole lot more information. Again, you can pause and read it for yourself. And another feature about this is that it's supposed to repel odors. So as long as for the duration of your use of this sponge, it's not supposed to, the odors aren't supposed to absorb into it. It's not supposed to absorb odors. So this sponge, I guess what they're saying is that a sponge will never stink. Well, we'll see about that. So in essence, if this sponge is as durable as it says it is, and it continues to, get soft when it's warm water and gets cold when gets hard when it's cold water, then technically after a certain amount of uses, I could throw this in the dishwasher and wash it, and then it should just kind of bring it back to life. I would think, because it says they don't scratch and they don't smell. So we'll see. So let's just set up over here. Going to go with the. I'm going to take out green boy over here at the bottom. Okay, we're going with the green right now. Pretty rigid there. As you can see, it's pretty rigid. So, first thing we're going to do is, well, right now the water's cold. Let me let it warm up a little bit. Now, as you can see, like I was saying before, I got an assortment of different things to wash. I got my Dunkin' Donuts cup here. Dunkin' Donuts is not sponsoring me, so I got one of these Tamagotchi knives that have the coating on it, the non-stick coating. I got a wooden spatula. I got some Waterford Wedgeford silverware here. I got a baby's feeding spoon. I got, a tempered glass lid. I got some Waterford Wedgeford crystal vase. I got some mugs. I got a chopping or cutting mat that's got some, bits and residue or some stuff stuck to it. And I got some to-go containers down here that you would normally get like Chinese food in or something. And then I got a small plate. So there's a whole bunch of different types, and of course I got my pot here. There's a whole bunch of different surfaces, which should be no problem for this to handle all those surfaces. So let's just get right into it. Right now the water's steaming, so that means it's hot. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I can't tolerate it when it's really hot. Okay, that's good. So right now I'm going to put this underneath the water. And it's absorbing. It's absorbing. Okay, it's getting soft. Okay, look, this bad boy's getting soft here. It's nice and soft now. It's no longer rigid. It's soft, but it still maintains a certain consistency, so that's good. So even when it's soft, it still should scrub a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of soap on it. Okay, I got the soap popping on here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start washing a couple things, and then I'm going to speed through washing a couple things, but then when I get to some of the stuff where I'm going to scrub, then I'll start talking again. But you'll see how I'm doing as I go along. Okay, this should have a little bit to scrub off. So I'm going to save this for last. I will say a little bit of soap goes a long way with this bad boy. Normally I would have probably added some more soap by now. But as you can see, this bad boy is still soapy. So there's that going for it. So what I'm going to do, wash this last thing here. And then the last couple things I need to be scrubbed, I think. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the water to cold water to make this thing hard. Squeeze all the hot water out. Okay, and you can literally feel it getting hard right in my hand. This bad boy gets hard really fast. Wow, this bad boy, this is hard like a freaking rock right now. So let's get the scrubbing. Now the only part that I would say that's not good about this getting hard is that it doesn't soap up as much. So let me add some more soap and see. Okay, so you can hear this bad boy scrubbing. Okay, that was the plate. So let's check this out. This bad boy is scrubbing, yo. So I got my cutting mat here. Yep, all the food particles come right off of the cutting mat. Nice and simple, no problem. I made short work of it. So this bad boy really works. I have to honestly say, this bad boy really works. And the last thing before we get to that crystal vase here is the pan. Now you can see all the residue and stuff that's on here. So what we're gonna do, put a drop of soap in there, let it suds up a little bit, and then let's scrub it. As you can see, all the food particles came right off. It's sitting here all over the back end of the sponge, and it says I should be able to rinse it right off, no problem. Rinse came right off. And as you can see, the pot, once I rinse it off, it's clean. Got everything. So, I'm going to say this is the truth. Let me turn it back up to warm a little bit, get soft, and then clean out this, make this soft one more time. Add some more soap, get it suds up a little bit, and then we're going to do our crystal vase here. This bad boy is heavy. Lead crystal vase. Same crystal they used to make the ball that drops at Times Square. Alright, look at that. Cleans exceptionally well. Make a spot for it. So, I have to say that this bad boy here is, as you can see, you're looking at it, it didn't phase this bad boy one bit. Now I'm curious to see how this is going to last, and over, after a few weeks. Give it the smell test. It just smells like soap. Didn't absorb any of the smells and odors from the food. So this bad boy is smiling, and guess what? I am too, because I'm happy with this product. And I'm going to say, if this bad boy holds up and keeps it and stays this durable, the whole time, and I'm going to say this is definitely worth the money. But as of right now, I'm going to say it's definitely worth the money because it passed my test right now. Right now it's starting to get hard already because it's cooling off. So that's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's designed to do. So I'm going to say definitely get this. I mean, it's not expensive. You can get this for the 3-pack there. You can get it for $8. On Amazon, I imagine it's probably the same price in Walmart and all those other stores. And this should last. These sponges should last a long time. So no more of these crappy, flimsy sponges. We're not gonna have this bad boy here, and it's gonna last. So with that being said, I'm Nez. I'm up in the kitchen, and this has been a review of the Scrub Daddy. I'm out this piece.